Time is valuable, and this is why you've got to make good use of your time. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I spent my first 3 hours back testing. I've now had a big breakthrough, something I've been doing for weeks and weeks. I feel like I've not made much success. Although many mistakes have happened, it's pushing me towards my goal, towards the mountain, towards my future self, where I want to be, the things I want to do. And if I wasn't to get this breakthrough, it may never come. I could have got another month down the line and still being stuck on what I'm trying to solve and trying to figure out and trying to learn at this moment in time. And for you, it doesn't have to be trading. It could be any other skill, anything you want to learn, anything you want to bring into your life. And by me not putting time in and me not waking up and me not using this time wisely, I could waste the next 3 months of learning to trade and may never becoming a trader if I wasn't to make good use of this time. I've spent 3 hours this morning and I made a lot of progress. Them 3 hours could have cost me 20 hours, 50 hours, even 100 hours. May even cost me opportunities where my trading career may not happen. For me to get to a mountain where my goal is, or at least the next stage, the next chapter, I'm going to have to keep taking steps until I get there. Every step forward is closer to the goal, to the mountain. Me not waking up this morning, and not doing back testing, and not made the progress, and not making a step forward, has cost me time for this, me never getting to here. If I didn't wake up this morning, I didn't do my back testing, I would have most probably not done it tomorrow. If I haven't done it today or tomorrow, the third day, are we going to do it? Most probably fucking not. But me doing it today, more likely going to do it tomorrow, more likely going to do it the third day, and more likely going to get to the top of this mountain. Everything compounds positively and negatively. The question is, what are you doing with your time? Are you saying you have no time and you're having 9 hours of sleep when you only really need 7.5? 2.5 hours there you could use wisely. That compounds 2.5 hours today, 2.5 hours tomorrow, 2.5 hours for next 2-3 months. In the next 3 months, you most probably made more progress than most other people. Thinking about your future self and how that person lives, how that person acts, what that person does. What does that person do day to day? That person wakes up every morning. He spends 3 hours back testing. He brushes his teeth. He makes his bed. He eats healthy. He goes to the gym. His time's wisely. He takes control. He takes accountability for his actions and his time. Me, on the other hand, my old version, could be wasting that time. Not moving forward. Saying I have no time. Time's too busy. Have no control on the outcomes I do. Because I've taken no responsibility. You need to figure out where you want to be and where you want to go. Because me spending 3 hours a day could potentially save me hundreds of hours in the coming months. At least. What price would you pay to save you 47 hours? Far more. Far more. That price, that 3 hours holds far more value, far more price than the 47 hours over here. And that would have never happened if I didn't wake up. I didn't do my back testing. I'm now 47 hours further away from my goals. And that's just over a few fucking weeks, let alone months, let alone years. So ask yourself, where does you want to go? And do you really want to go there? Because if your priorities aren't set out in the right order, and you say, oh, my priorities are wanting to be a trader, but I spend 4 hours watching telly and 2 hours trading, then my priorities aren't trying to be a trader, it's watching TV. My focus is over there. What does watching TV do for me? Nothing. You watch 5 different things at night time. By tomorrow, you forgot the 5 things you watched. That's not improved your life. You've now wasted your time. You're not going to go back. You're not going to get back. And you're now nowhere forward. You're just in this little circle. This little wheel. Hamster wheel. As it's now pictured in my head. Now I'm thinking about it. So, make good fucking use of your time, and remember, every action you do costs. Either think of it like this. Well, definitely think of it like this. Are you currently investing and moving forward, or is it costing you? Is it pulling away from your goal to where you want to be, or is it making you closer and you're moving towards your goal? Because if you're doing what's costing you time and pushing you away from your goal and not making steps forward, then you're doing it fucking wrong. Because what is it you want in life? If you're not moving forward, what's the fucking point of being in here, really? And yeah, you may think that, it's going to be too hard, life's not going to change, I'm going to stay the same person, I'm going to stay. But reality is, you're completely different than you was last 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. However you think you're going to be, you're most probably going to massively change, because 1 hour can impact and change the complete direction of your life, like it has this morning. Then 3 hours of back testing, or when I first really got breakthrough, in my 3 hours, within about an hour and a half, it clicked. A lot of things clicked and lined up. That hour and a half has changed my trajectory. Most probably far more than I even think about, because until something happens, you ain't gonna fucking know. You can't read the future. So get to fucking work and start deciding where you want to go, because otherwise you're just being like a feather, getting blown in every direction. Can't hold any fucking habit down. Every time you try and do something, you fail. And you try to do it again, you fail. Try and do it again, you fail. And then you're thinking, it's me. I'm useless. I can't do anything. But what are you doing differently? Nothing. Yeah, you're doing nothing differently and you're expecting a different outcome. If you was to write down, if you wanted to say stop vaping or stop smoking, and you keep getting to like 10 days and you keep failing, you keep going back, and then another month comes by, you're like, I want to quit vaping or smoking, and then you fail, and then you do it again, and you're not changing enough. You don't know what's causing you to stop. It could be one thing, what happens every few weeks, which causes you to need to or want to now smoke. If you used to write that down in a journal, in a book, and then review it, and fuck me, I've tried 3 times and the same thing keeps happening, let's remove that same thing, or at least try and stop that from happening and see what the outcome is then. You may remove that thing and now you've just gone from 10 days to 15 to 20 days of not vaping or not smoking, and then now something else comes up. Yeah, it's a process to have to write things down. It may take you 2.5 minutes, and it may take you 3.5 minutes to review it, but it saves you keep going round. Leaves again at the beginning of this video. Them 2.5 minutes can easily save you hours, if not weeks. Once you've quit, or once you've either brought in a new good habit, or you've moved a bad one, and you've now locked that in, you now move to the next stage. But until you lock that in and actually sort that problem you're currently facing out, you're never going to be moving forward. All the stress, all the frustration, all the self-doubt, all the fucking negative shit you tell yourself is just continuously going to keep compounding in a negatively manner. So if you spend 2.5 minutes here and 3.5 minutes there, which isn't fucking long at all, because you mostly spend hours of your day wasting doing pointless shit, that has far more value than currently spending hours and weeks and not getting anywhere you want to go to. So this video has gone far longer than I imagined. So yeah. Think, man. Think. Think about the future you. What is it you're doing wrong? Don't keep doing the same things and expect a different outcome, because that's not how it works. Most people lose. Most people give up. Every time you don't decide to give up and you decide that barrier, we're going to get through no matter what, and we get through that barrier, another comes in, that now reduces the amount of people in competition with you. because you was here and the others here, they gave up and you carried on going. So now there's less people up here. You go up a step again. There's even more people, less competition. Leveling yourself up is quite fucking easy and simple when you can imagine it and you can actually visualize it. And once you actually start collecting wins, you start seeing it work, you start believing far more. Until you have that day off and feel like you don't need to do it, is where it all starts crumbling down. That one day, you should not have, don't have that day off. The value of, again, the opposite side, the value of you having that day off could cost you so much more down the line. So it comes down to time, the price on time, how you're gonna value, how you're gonna see it, how fast you want to get to where you want to get to. Who is it that you want to become is a question you need to keep asking yourself. No days off, no bullshit excuses where you haven't got enough time. There's always time. You can make time any way you want. So there's importance to priorities and what's important. They're not the same thing. Is it important that you do something? Well, I need to do it, but what's that doing for you? Is it a priority that one of your 3 goals is a must? You're going to get to there, that's where you need to get to. So your priorities come first. The important stuff can come after.